So, hello everyone. Today we are together with Mr. Yannis Apostolopoulos from SCA. He is the Executive Director and CEO of Specialty Coffee Association, and we are together also with SCA Turkey team. We are very excited about today. Thanks for everybody and thanks to Istanbul Coffee Summit. This is an amazing program. It will be amazing for everybody. And so I would like to give a nice session to Mr. Yannis. So Yannis, we have known each other for a very long time, and I had this great opportunity to work together with you for many years now. And my first question will be, how did you start working in coffee, or how did you have the chance to meet with coffee? So stage is yours.
So thank you, Ashley. First of all, thank you for inviting me and having me here. It's really an honor and a pleasure. I wish I'm in California now. I wish I was more close with you and with everybody. I hope that in the near future we'll be able to do that again. It's been years since I've been to Istanbul Coffee Festival, and I'm looking forward to being there with the community again. So Ashley, yes, we do know each other for years. I think it's been like now more than let's say 10 years.
Yeah, maybe, yes.
Coffee happened to me as it happens to most of us. And then when you get into coffee, it's very difficult to get out. I think it was in 2008-9 when I was working for Wines and Spirits. And one of the things that we discussed was like maybe coffee, it's a complementary offering to the products that we were offering from the company I used to work for. And we started looking into coffee. And the more that I dived into coffee, the more I was intrigued by coffee, and I was really hooked up with the people in the community in coffee, because that's the best thing you find out about coffee. And at the end of the day, the more that you realize that you can actually impact the livelihoods of many people, because coffee and what coffee stands for, then it gets into you, it gets to your blood, your veins, and then you do become a coffee person. So I think it's a similar journey for most of us. Either we're coming from like a work perspective or because we love the product. For me, it's both. Like I really loved coffee, and the more I learned about it, the more I learned the people that they were involved, the more I liked coffee. So it's been, I think, more than 10 good years now that I'm in the coffee business.
This is great. So can you please give some information about Specialty Coffee Association and also its leading roles in coffee?
Yes, so Specialty Coffee Association is a trade association, and what is our purpose is to foster global coffee communities, to support activities to make coffee a more thriving, equitable, and sustainable activity for the whole value chain. And as we say, it's to try to make coffee better, and not just a better cup of coffee. So it's not about just excluding the people that they are not buying the best coffees and stuff like that. No, what we're trying to be is as inclusive as possible, to foster those communities, to make them bigger, so that we can make coffee better as a value chain. And for us, the most important thing is to grow this network, to foster this global network through the local communities we have, through the chapters, the competitions, everything that we're doing, the activities, to bring research into insight, to educate people. Because the bigger is that network of people, of companies, of professional individuals, that they adhere and they believe on the values of specialty coffee, the bigger is the probabilities that we can have an impact and make a real change to make coffee better in the value chain. So this is what SCA stands for. We have around 10,000 members globally, between professional individuals to companies. But I think membership is something that people are becoming members of SCA because they believe on the values and they see the value that we bring on the table. For me, what is important is how big our network is. And we know that today SCA has more than 1 million followers between social media. We have 70,000 professional individuals that we educate every year around the world. We have a presence in 64 countries between our chapters and our competition bodies. We have 150,000 people that they read our newsletters weekly. They open up the emails. We have like 15,000 people that they're listening on a monthly basis, the podcast that we create. So that is, I think, what SCA is that big community of people that they believe on the same values, they want to be inclusive, and they want to try to make coffee better and have an impact on the value chain.
This is amazing, I guess. I don't know what SCA Turkey team will say about this, but we are really so lucky to be part of this big family.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we really appreciate. And I have to say something also. If you have anything, our team, please add. Just a small thing, but especially when SCA is organizing different events, this means every year, okay, today we have some difficulties, but normally before that, until that time actually, every year we are meeting in different places of our beautiful coffee world. So a lot of people, thousands of people are coming together, and this is a big family. So we are really happy to be part of it. Thank you, Yannis, and your team. Thank you.
Actually, I want to thank all of you, like SCA Turkey, every chapter, every competitions body. There is a lot of work from volunteers like yourselves that make specialty coffee what it is today. Like specialty coffee started as a movement from volunteers that they were looking for better coffees, and it evolved to what it is today. But this has happened from volunteering from people all around the world and the willing of people around the world to engage. Turkey has been one of the most successful chapters. For years, people are coming together. They're trying to be a community. They're doing the event, the Istanbul Coffee Festival that the Turkish coffee community has created has been like a guiding light for other communities as well. And I think this is important. Like we all believe how we can change coffee to make it better. And it comes from actually from everyone who participates, and they participate in their own way. So I think it's important, like volunteers, like Aslı is volunteering also. She's on the board of directors of SCA. We are a trade association, and we count a lot in the value that the volunteers bring on the table. So yeah, thank you so much, all of you. It's not thanking me.
We thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we have actually another question about the latest studies of SCA. Especially we have announced, SCA has announced some new program and new collaboration together with Zurich University of Applied Sciences for another education program. So would you like to give us some information about this program, and also maybe some other new programs that you are working with your team?
Thank you, Aslı. So yes, the collaboration with Zurich University comes under a bigger strategic initiative we have about education and trying to educate people in multiple levels. So we have been doing a work to identify what kind of gaps we have in education. Because at the moment, SCA is offering the Coffee Skills Program, which is a program that teaches people skills to become barista, roasters, sensory skills. We have the Coffee Technicians Program, which is about technicians and how they can learn skills to repair machines and understand how they can do it more safely and what is needed from the industry. And we have the Coffee Sustainability Program for individuals that they want to understand more about sustainability, especially in the coffee value chain. So as we were doing that gap analysis, we've recognized that one of the things that could be a huge potential is for the people to actually get also academic skills. The Coffee Skills program is a program, as I said, that it's focusing on developing skills to do a job. But then there are the academic skills, they have academic background that someone wants to learn about coffee. And with Zurich University, we have been working for years in research projects. And we identified that we can start creating a program, which is a postgraduate degree, where people can get educated in coffee in general, but on an academic level. And that program is a year-long program. At the end, you have to write a thesis and you get a postgraduate certificate. The interesting thing about that is the first among other programs we're going to present later on with other universities and with Zurich University, because every of those postgraduate degree gives you 12 ECTS points. And ECTS are European points that can be transferred for universities to universities. And when you get to 60 points on the same subject, you can actually earn a master's degree in coffee. So it is our first approach to bring academic education with accredited universities and well-known universities into the coffee world. And I think this is really important. It is a program that is targeted mostly to people that they want to understand more about coffee on an academic perspective. It's not based, it will not enhance skills when it comes how you brew coffee, how you roast coffee, but you will get the academic and the scientific background of what's happening in coffee. It is for people that they want to advance their knowledge. So it is a good program for, I would say, the people that they are already ASTs and they want to dive more into the knowledge part. It's good for their professional development, and we recognize it as the professional development that we need to ASTs to participate. It is really good for people that they have already an undergraduate degree and they want to advance more into science. But what we try to do there is also to make it accessible to people that they don't have an undergraduate degree, but they have significant knowledge in coffee. So if you are a holder of the coffee skills diploma and you have like 3 years of experience, you can apply even though you don't have an undergraduate degree to start taking that postgraduate certificate. So I think it's good. It's also it is also focusing on an audience that SCA couldn't focus at this moment. And we're doing that with other things that we're just developing. SCA traditionally has focused more into audiences of professional individuals, baristas, roasters, green coffee traders. What you have seen that we have been doing recently is that we are now launching some programs that has to be more, that are more focused into the industry. So we're launching Retail Summit in the US next month, and we're going to do Retail Summit in June for the Europe, Middle East region. So the Retail Summit is mostly a program that it's not for professional individuals, it's for companies. It's for coffee shops and coffee retail chains, like coffee shop chains. So to understand like what is happening with market research, with consumer research, with how COVID has impacted real estate. So those are new programs that we're putting in place. I think this goes back to what I was talking about Zurich University. The postgraduate certificate with Zurich University is also a program that is really appealing to companies that they want to educate their staff into coffee. So it's also like an executive education or an education for employees of companies that they want to advance their knowledge in coffee.
Yeah, these are great. So we are because we are in the European side. So I mean, the June program will be the closest one for us. So we look really forward to participate to that program. I hope many companies from our country will be able to participate as well. So this is very interesting. It will be very interesting for our industry for sure.
Yes, in the Retail Summit, it's not just a program like we had for programs in the past, like Sensory Summit that we did this year in Europe and Rico, that they are standalone events. Retail Summit will be actually a resource hub. So it will be a moment in time where we're having those talks, but what it will leave as a resource hub where people that they are having coffee shops and coffee chains can go there and find information, and that will be updated regularly. So it's something that it will stay there as a resource for the industry.
Yeah, this is great. So anything you would like to add for the participants who are watching us in the summit now?
What I would like to say is like a lot of people participated from Turkey and other countries around the world on the recent survey that we did about the cupping form and the use of the cupping form. For us, that is the beginning of a journey to understand more about the uses of the cupping form, to understand if there are gaps and opportunities to change the cupping form or to make it better. Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do as SCA and what we have focused over the next 5 years in our sustainable specialty coffee agenda is to address issues about value distribution and how we make it more how we distribute that value more equitable between the participants on the value chain. So this starts that journey to understand because cupping form, it is a price discovery mechanism for a lot of green coffee buyers, is whether we can optimize that or alter that in a way that we help in changing value distribution along the value chain. So yeah, I think I want to thank everyone who participated, and you're going to be expecting news for us very soon. And finally, one more thing that I would like to add, we have opened up our surveys that we're doing very regularly about the COVID-19 impact on our industry. So I would like to ask anyone to participate, and the participation has been really high over the last months, but it gives us also the ability to track changes as the time passes by to understand like how our industry has been impacted.
Yes, and I guess on behalf of SCA Turkey team, I guess we can also re-announce this survey to our members, both by emails and also on the social media. So more people will be able to attend to this survey, because we have been doing a small group of surveys, I mean individually. We are receiving some feedbacks, but of course, globally, it will be great to see the results for the global, communities, and we can work on it, I guess. Yes, Aisha and Ashkan, what do you think? Yeah. Okay. We will be happy. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you very much, Yannis. So it was amazing to talk with you again. We are kilometers far away, but it's not important. I mean, distance is not important. Once more, we have witnessed this. So thank you very much for your time. It's very early morning there, so good morning to you again. So
thank you so much, and it's really an honor. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Of course, anytime.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again soon.